Welcome to ThwakJak. This is our first episode of the podcast. We're calling it SuperThwak.
SuperThwak, yeah.
So, what we're going to start off with is basically the intentions of the podcast. So, one thing that I think we all agree on is this is kind of our escape from the regular news cycle. We don't want to hear about politics or bring in religion or anything. We don't
Touchy subjects.
Yeah. We don't want to have to worry about offending anybody and get
even
canceled.
though we are going to offend some people.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure. But basically we're just going to try to keep it politic free unless it's something that directly affects the movies or our YouTube channel, something like that, like the recent stuff with the COPA laws. So other than that, I think we should just get started and get rolling. We're going to start with our 2019, basically like year in review, things that we loved, things that maybe we weren't so big on. So we'll start with Damian.
Cool. I guess I'll talk about my favorite movie of 2019, which was Joker. Joker was fucking amazing. I saw it, I think, 4 times in theaters. And each time it was better for me, at least. So.
Yeah, I think I would have enjoyed that movie more if I didn't go the night I went, because there was a dude I was sitting watching the whole time more than the movie.
Yeah.
He just tripped me out, because all you heard on the news was, people are going to try to do copycat stuff and be like James Holmes. So I was like staring at this dude the whole time, because he sat down, he had a bag over his shoulder, he sat down, then he went and he walked all the way around and sat in a different chair. I was like, I don't know, it just seems a little fishy to me. And then he gets up and walks out with his buddy that was sitting right next to him. I was like, I was freaking out for nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I felt too, like the first time I saw it. I think it was a few days after it premiered. And every time the music would swell up and something tense was about to happen, I just like looked around, because like that's when I feel like it would happen.
That and every time the screen would flash.
Yeah.
Like, So I love the Joker movie.
Yeah.
My only problem with it is, like, you could have called that movie anything else and it would have been just as good. All you would have had to do was basically change Bruce Wayne and the Wayne family into some other family. Yeah. And it would have been just as good, and you wouldn't have had to worry about placing it in the DC universe, but like still loved it. It just
because that was the only thing tying it together, really. Is the Wayne.
Yeah, other than that, there was no real connection to make it DC. Yeah. Still fantastic. I love the movie. Yeah. But it could have been just as good if it wasn't Joker. It could have been, but he even took inspiration from John Wayne Gacy with the design for the clown makeup. You could have called it anything. You could have called it Bozo's Adventures or something. It would have been just as good.
And I can almost like agree with like the criticisms like about it taking too much from like Martin Scorsese's movies, like Taxi Driver and King Comedy. You could see it, but
for sure.
But it still did its own thing with it. I think
it definitely had enough to make it self-unique. Yeah. So, definitely would give that movie a thumbs up for the year. Like, fantastic. It was probably the main thing I was looking forward to all last year. Last year seemed like it was kind of a slow comic book movie year, except for Avengers Endgame. And
those are, I think, the 2 biggest ones. Because everyone was waiting for those 2, I think.
Because I think there was there one other Marvel movie last year?
Fact check that.
I was like, I can't even.
Keep talking, I'll come up with something.
All right.
Shazam was a DC movie also that came out last year. Yeah, it came out in March.
Dude,
so
last year just kind of...
Captain Marvel, that came out too.
I don't know how I
forgettable.
That. Yeah, it was very forgettable. I mean, I'm not going to lie, though. I marked out hard when they had the Stan Lee scene in Captain Marvel, because they had the
Mallrats script.
The Mallrats script. I was so happy. Love anything Kevin Smith. So, like, the littlest thing like that.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys mention the X-Men and Dark Phoenix? Or
no,
Spider-Man?
I don't think anybody mentioned Dark Phoenix.
Nobody wants to talk about it.
But Spider-Man, me and you actually went to watch
You asked for a
together.
fact check. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, this is Nate. He's he's gonna be our fact checker, kind of like Jamie in the Joe Rogan podcast.
I guess, except I could talk without getting death glared by Joe Rogan.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, so if I had to pick my favorite movie from last year, I'd probably go with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I loved it.
That was a close second for me.
Fantastic. I don't know what it was about that movie. Like, I definitely expected a different ending. Kind of like how Inglourious Basterds did, because anytime Tarantino touches history, he has to put that little tweak on it to give you something give you some reason to actually like be there.
Yeah.
And that made it worth it. Like, dude, that last 25 minutes, just balls to the walls, insane.
Yeah, it's like nonstop, like, go.
Like, I expected it to be crazy, but that, like, it was slow pretty much all the way up till that point, and then it was just crazy.
Mm. Yeah, the first time I saw it, like, some of the filler scenes, like Brad Pitt driving around LA, and that scene where he's making macaroni and cheese. Like, when I first saw it, I was kind of, like, iffy on it, but then I saw it a second time, and I appreciated it all. I was like, oh, nice.
I think the reason I appreciated that scene so much was because it showed you, like, his relationship with his dog.
Yeah.
Where it didn't seem so random for the dog to be, like, a badass in that last 25 minutes.
Yeah. It kind of set that up.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
Like, I could not get my dogs to sit there for 3 seconds without going after their food.
Right.
For the dog to sit there for literally, like, 4 or 5 minutes during the scene.
Making a whole ass meal.
Yeah. Oh, man. Great movie, though.
Yeah.
Do you have any that you enjoyed?
I mean,
Since we're giving you a talking role?
Lion King was pretty cool.
You like The Lion King?
Lion King was pretty dope.
The live action one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Never
Yeah.
saw it.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Mufasa died and he cried just like the original. Yeah.
Is that on the Disney Plus app?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
so. I'm pretty sure.
I'll have to sit down with it. Dude, there's so much content anymore. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my dad's been trying to get me to watch that Six Underground with...
Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
Is that a Michael Bay movie?
Yeah, and that's the only thing that kept me away from it at first, but I watched, like, the first 45 minutes, and it looks really good.
Nice.
We had to go somewhere that day, so I had to switch it up, and I haven't had a chance to get back on it, but I made myself find the time to watch The Witcher and The Mandalorian, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but there's too much content anymore to keep up with, so... But with all that extra content, there always has to be something that sucks. So...
Always.
What would you say is maybe your least favorite movie of the year?
Least favorite movie of the year. Honestly, it's not like a horrible movie, but from what I remember, like, Captain Marvel is kind of like a really forgettable one to me. Like, again, it wasn't terrible, but it is what it is.
I would say it's probably the worst one out of all the Marvel movies so far.
Yeah, that and Ant-Man and the Wasp, but that was...
Yeah, the original Ant-Man was definitely better than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. But yeah, Captain Marvel... I don't know, it just wasn't... It didn't have the same feel like as like a Wonder Woman did. Like, it was kind of like epic, like... This is like the first like female-led DC movie, and then the Marvel one's kind of like, eh.
I think that's because there's multiple reasons that I feel like it didn't do as well as it should have. Like, the fact that the first female Marvel movie shouldn't have been Captain Marvel. It should have been Black Widow.
Yeah, a long time ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, because she's been in Marvel since, 2010? Since Iron Man 2?
Yeah.
So, and she's the only badass female character for the longest time up until, I don't even know, in maybe Gamora and Guardians?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they haven't done a whole lot of work building good female characters in Marvel.
Right.
I don't know. If I had to pick my least favorite movie of last year, I tried to avoid the theaters if there was anything that I wasn't particularly interested in. So I can't say like Cats or something.
But low key, I want to see Cats.
I want to just to see the dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I didn't go to the theaters to watch any bad movies. But
he broke a fucking rule. That's the first F-bomb of the show.
Oh, snap.
You broke
sorry, Doug.
Fucking rule.
I guess I broke two. Well, I broke a rule. He broke a rule. This motherfucker wore shoes in the house.
Are we supposed to take our shoes off?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't care with him, but with me, you just, okay. I see.
You were already doing it. You were going for it. So like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, because I know the rules.
So this is the section we find to bleep everything out?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright,
back to topic.
So, least favorite movie, I think... I'd probably have to go with that as well. Because like I said, actually, no. I did watch a movie 2 nights ago. You ever watch Benchwarmers?
Yeah. I used to watch the shit out of that movie.
Loved Benchwarmers so much. Benchwarmers 2 is the worst thing I've ever seen.
There's a sequel to that?
It's on Netflix.
Oh,
I watched
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
The only person in it from the original is John Lovitz. So bad. Like, I used to love Chris Klein back during American Pie.
Okay, yeah.
His acting has gone downhill so bad. Like, it made me question why I pressed play. It was awful. About you?
Worst movie?
Worst movie
of 2019.
It Chapter 2.
Really?
Yo, I didn't really care
okay,
for that
first
one
off,
either.
it was super boring like for the first hour and a half, and after that it was just jump scares.
True.
So
yeah, that's all it was.
I don't think by any definition you could call it scary. I think it was a lot more...
It was a thriller.
Yeah, it was a thriller.
I think it was a lot more... what's the word I'm looking for? Like...
Suspenseful?
Loyal to the subject material. Yeah, the source material. Like, I think it did a lot better in that regard. It was a lot slower, but Bill Hader made it worth it to me.
Yeah, he was good.
I love Bill Hader.
Overall, the actors that they got to play the kid, the adult versions, they all fit like really good.
Everyone fit perfect. Like, so the one thing I will say that movie did really well was casting. To the point where the chunky kid, what was his name? Ben?
Ben, yeah.
So when they introduced him in the movie as an adult, and they had it set on, they introduced him like in a board meeting over the computer, over Skype or whatever, and they focus on a chunky dude, and I was like, did they actually make him chunky for the movie? Because that looks exactly like the little kid.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the hell? And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that person was the person who played Ben in the in the Tim Curry version, like as a little kid.
Really?
Like all grown up.
Huh.
I could be wrong, but that's what I heard on other movie channels.
Fact check.
Fact check for me, please. So like, to get 2 people that could perfectly be that kid grown up, one of them be like shredded, and he played the mannerisms off very well.
Yeah.
Of the little kid, they all did.
Oh yeah.
Just
especially Eddie too.
Yes, dude, Eddie was fantastic.
Spot on.
The stuttering. Just look up actors.
It too cast.
It too cast.
Okay.
But yeah, the stuttering everything from that dude that played Eddie was fantastic. Bill Hader and the kid from Stranger Things, like that was perfect.
Yeah, it was like. So the guy who plays Ben. Should be.
I was also happy to see Stephen King in that movie.
Jay Ryan.
So click on him.
Oh no. I'm talking about the guy who on the Skype call, the chunkier dude, was the guy who played him when he was miniseries cast.
Because that's one thing people get mixed up too. They think these new It movies are a remake.
Yeah,
but that was a miniseries.
And that was one thing. Oh, dude, that stuff terrified me when I was a kid. I remember my uncle used to lock me or like shut the door behind me in my grandma's basement right after we'd watch the movie, so I'm screaming, freaking out, and used to tattle all the time. Does it say? So that's Brendan Crane. Check his IMDb because I'm pretty sure he's in the It 2 as well.
IMDb.
Yeah. The thing's like a lifesaver. It helps me solve so many conversations. Especially with me and my wife.
We'll get to it. So, It Chapter 2.
Yep. It says big guy, but he basically was the guy in the thing.
Nice.
So.
Hell yeah.
So other than that, so did you have any video games you played this year that you left?
Ooh. Not really. Well, I guess the 2 main ones I played were Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Madden 20, which came out last year too.
Okay, so out of those 2, which one would you say was better? Because obviously you have the problem with microtransactions and stuff with both of those games, honestly.
Yeah. Overall, Call of Duty, like the campaign and stuff is really good. But a lot of people I talk to haven't played the campaign. They
That
just
is
play online.
Only reason I
Yeah.
buy Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I'm not big on online.
But yeah, I love the campaign, and lately, for a few years, I haven't really been playing video games all that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll get a game, play it for like a day or two, and then never touch it again. Like I did with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah.
I got to like chapter 2, and I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Dude, loved Red Dead. Can you look at the release date for Red Dead? Because I think that was last year.
I want to say it was beginning of last year, yeah.
Because it was either beginning of last year or the end of 2018.
One of those two, yeah.
If we're talking 2018, I can tell you games I loved nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Last year felt a little slow.
Yeah.
But
October 26, 2018.
yeah. See?
Really?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't feel like that long ago.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. This last year just flew by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty? Okay, so... But the campaign's kind of short, right? It's like only like 8 hours?
Something like that, yeah, around there, yeah.
Which, as long as it's good and it's like a tight story,
It's pretty
there's nothing
tense.
wrong with that.
There's pretty tense moments. It is longer than Call of Duty World War II's campaign.
Okay.
'Cause that campaign was short shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So then if I have to go with games that came out last year, because if we're going 2018, I'm going God of War instantly. Dude, that game was like...
The bee's knees.
Oh, dude.
The bees.
I let my brother-in-law borrow it, like trying to have someone to talk to about it, and he held it for like a year and a half, and still is not even halfway through the game.
Jeez.
I'm like, I was like, dude, come on, but he loves his NBA and like all the sports games, so he gets stuck on that, and I'm like, So last year though, I'm trying to think if there's anything that came out last year that I was like really excited for, because like Outer Worlds was fun, but it wasn't. I still haven't finished it because like it's kind of forgettable. The choices in the game are pretty tight, but they don't have the same impact as stuff you would have done in like Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
Which was the last like big RPG that what is it, Obsidian made, which is the same company that
Bethesda.
no, it's Obsidian because that's the only one, and the thing that people always give Bethesda crap about is like Fallout New Vegas is the best Fallout game, but it wasn't made by Bethesda. It was made by Obsidian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I love those games, but could you look up for me real quick what came out last year? Because like I said, Outer Worlds was fantastic, but it wasn't. The one game I want to play from last year is Control. It got.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
It looks really good.
Control.
Okay, if I have to go game of the year for me last year, just based off of what I'm seeing right now, because it's like the one I remember playing the most.
Oh, Resident Evil 2. That came out.
Yes, I was gonna say Resident Evil 2 because to make a game that came out 20 years ago, and revamp the graphics and everything and make it look that smooth,
it feels like a brand new game.
It's so good.
Yeah,
so good. I love that game.
Oh yeah. Now they're coming out with Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3 should be coming out this year.
Yeah.
And then I think next year they'll probably come out with Resident Evil 8, which I'm excited for.
Yeah. Low key, I really want them to remake 4 with like brand new graphics. I think that would look legit.
I honestly wouldn't be mad if they redid 5 and 6 as well and switched the story to make it to where it was like worth it.
Yeah, I like 5. 6 I didn't really care for at all.
6 was definitely worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would have to go with Resident Evil 2, even though it's a remake. If I wasn't going with the remake, I'd probably go with Outer Worlds.
Cool. What about Star Wars Jedi Fallen
Order? Okay, now, okay. Get rid of... I loved Resident Evil 2, but get rid of both of those. Fallen Order was my jam. It's so hard to keep track of everything. I'm going to start writing everything down for these podcasts.
I still need to buy that game.
Oh, dude. Like, you don't have an Xbox, huh?
I do. I got an Xbox.
I'll give you my sign-in and everything.
Cool.
And I'll let you just play it, because it's so worth it.
You're going to get sued by Xbox for saying that on the podcast.
Why? They tell you how to do it.
Oh,
on their website. They're fine. They don't care.
Never mind.
And it's going to be a few years before they even worry about us.
Yeah, you can tell I don't got an Xbox.
Was there any games you played this year?
I mean, I played WWE 2K19.
But that was
That was
from
like
18.
That was from 18 though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you really played nothing else?
No, I've just been Netflixing and Hulu and Crunchyroll and, you know.
Oh.
Speaking of game news real quick, though. Did you hear about what happened on January 1st?
No.
So, 2 big games. One, we just talked about, and then WWE 2K20, which has been a dumpster fire since the day it came out.
Yeah.
Like, awful reviews.
I think all of them recently have been, right?
Well, so all of them have been pretty bad, but this last one was horrible because the development studio, a lot of the guys quit during making. So what happened was Jedi Fallen Order and WWE 2K20 had a huge game-breaking glitch.
Wow.
On January 1st.
Okay.
Because of the switch of date. No one could play the game. Because the clock changed. So, like, what everyone was freaking out about happening during Y2K happened to those 2 games.
Oh,
and so
I read about that.
People had to set the clocks back 24 hours to play the game. Like, you just had to go back into your game, into your console, manually switch the time, and then you could play again.
Wow.
Like, for that to damage a game that much is sad. Like, they've already fixed it. Like, they were pretty quick about it, but for like the first 24 hours, that's what everyone had to do to play those games.
Wow.
Oh. But if you had to pick a worst game of 2019, obviously you said you didn't play a whole lot.
Yeah, not a whole lot. See, I couldn't even give you an answer. I really couldn't.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think
I'm drawing a blank.
I think I could say, personally, if you're talking about they kind of re-released Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, okay.
It's still just not for me because I'm not big on online games. But truthfully, you can almost say that about any online game for me because I can't sit there and listen to 12-year-olds tell me about the things they've done with my mother all day long. So I just try to kind of avoid online games. Yeah. So for the most part, I don't think there was too much to really complain about in the game side. Mm-hmm. And obviously, you didn't really play last year.
I didn't play shit, man.
So I don't game.
No, I got a PS4. I just really sucked this past year.
It's hard to find time, especially with you and all your language stuff and work. And
well, I was trying to play Advanced Warfare. I got it, but I was totally unmotivated to play it, man.
Yeah. Is that the one with what's his name?
Kevin Spacey?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then Infinite Warfare is the one with Conor McGregor and what's his name? The dude who played Jon Snow, Kit Harington. Well, okay, I'm excited for his next movie, Eternals. Marvel's Eternals.
Yeah.
That looks dope.
Yeah. We're gonna get into depth in that a little later.
Oh yeah.
You know what else I played? I played The Stick of Truth.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're on The Stick of Truth though? You haven't played The Fractured But Whole?
I have played I actually own The Fractured But Whole.
Did that come out last year or did that come out in...
I want to say 2 years ago.
Probably 2 years ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I own at least one of them. I played both of them.
Makes sense. Alright, so did you read any comics last year?
No, that's a hard one.
Really? Yeah. It's hard to keep up. I think the Doomsday Clock was probably like the best series they had going because it kind of tied Watchmen in with DC.
Okay, nice.
And it actually like made sense of all that. And
I guess
you don't read comics.
I guess it's an old comic, but I read I started reading The Long Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Batman Long Halloween.
Because of the
Robert
upcoming
Pattinson,
movie?
Bobby Batts.
Oh yeah. So excited.
Oh yeah.
So okay, so one other thing we can talk about, best and worst of 2019, is TV shows.
Oh yeah.
If you had to pick your favorite TV show, let's just say season of the last year, because if we're going series, we're talking like the whole decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say as far as like the second season of a show called You came out. It's a Netflix show.
Did that come out before the first of the year though?
Yeah, it came out December 26th. So
okay, so barely made it. Okay.
It made the cut. But yeah, that was my favorite season of TV. I'd say I don't know if you've seen that show.
I haven't yet. I wasn't 100% sure what to expect. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. So I want to check it out.
Oh, and another one too. First season of Euphoria. On HBO. That show was pretty lit. Yeah.
Okay. About you?
Have you guys heard of the show called Dr. Stone?
No.
It sounds familiar.
It's an anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I that's the one thing I honestly need to put a little more time into is anime.
Anime. I'm so far behind on everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just finished their first season, man. It was pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
It's basically about the Earth somehow gets attacked or something, and every single human turns to stone. And then a few thousand years later, some kid wakes up and he happens to be a scientist, and then he just works at rebuilding civilization, and he is able to revive some of the stoned people.
Well, and see, honestly, when you said Dr. Stone, I was like, great.
It's not
We're
that.
getting into
No.
weed talk.
Yeah, no.
I was like,
Here it comes too early. It's too early. I didn't even bring none.
Wow.
I mean, I could do reviews.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I don't know if we want to go down that rabbit hole yet.
Yeah, me neither. Give us some time.
Yeah. I can't even touch that stuff because of work, so.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so TV show wise for me, I'd probably say I would love to say Arrow or The Flash or anything like that, but like the only thing that's been good about those is the crossover that's been going on this year.
Okay.
The Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
Which seeing all the actors they brought back, like dude, they brought back Tom Welling from Smallville.
Okay.
To do like a small little Superman thing.
Yeah, they brought back the dude who played him in Superman Returns too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was already an actor.
Oh, okay.
He played the Atom.
Okay.
In the Legends of Tomorrow. So like literally he has a scene where he's the Atom and Superman talking to each other at the same
Nice.
time. I was like, that's
pretty dope.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And then they even brought Burt Ward back to do like a Robin cameo.
Okay.
And it was even on Earth 66. It was like the 1966 Batman TV show. And he does the holy red sun Batman type thing.
Okay.
Like how Burt Ward used to do back in the day. Like,
yeah. Kevin Conroy.
God, dude, I was so happy to see him. Like,
Yeah.
it was weird seeing him like actually like live action portraying Batman. Yeah. It made me happy just because of that voice. Like, even if it doesn't really fit his face, it is
legendary,
perfect.
Yeah.
Like that's why the Arkham games fit so perfectly, because you take the Batman animated TV series. You literally have Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy doing their most recognizable
roles.
For Mark Hamill is arguable, but even then, like growing up as a kid, like I loved that version of the Joker. I didn't realize it was Luke Skywalker until I was 18.
Yeah.
But if I had to go favorite TV show, it honestly would probably have to be a tie between The Witcher and The Mandalorian. Like those were fantastic this year.
You know another good anime that was this year? Magical Senpai.
I don't.
I can't even say anything.
No, like I don't. It's just,
yeah.
You can say as much as you want. I just don't know enough about anime.
You don't know nothing. Okay.
Yeah. No. The last anime I think I can say I watched was like I was like 10 and it was Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
So, I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of like Inuyasha or Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
But
Inuyasha. They used to be on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I ever was able to watch it.
And it's on Netflix right now.
It is?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Because they have a whole section of anime stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're even developing their own series. Netflix is doing a live action of Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
It got delayed.
Yeah, it got delayed.
John Cho.
Yeah, John Cho. Yeah, he like broke something.
Yeah. It was like a 9-month delay or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
There was another anime movie that they were doing live action. But I can't remember.
They're redoing Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know that.
I'm okay with that.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Who's doing it? Netflix?
Netflix is doing it.
Are they doing a series or are they doing a movie? Because I think as a series it would work better.
Yeah, because M. Night Shyamalan's movie is...
Yeah, that was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They might just redo the movie from like a different point. Because have you guys seen the show all the way through?
No,
I've seen a lot of the show.
So this movie basically is just season 1 of the show.
Okay. And
so they could do a lot. They could do a lot more.
Because it's the first book, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it would work better as a series.
Yeah. Either way, even if they just remade that thing with season 1, it could be completely fucking different because they completely botched that movie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no. There was not a single good word said about that movie. No. I think it ruined some careers along the way.
Probably,
yeah.
Because I don't think I've seen a whole lot of the people that were in that movie since then.
No.
Because you had the one guy from Twilight that seemed like he was starting to come up, one of the brothers, the vampires.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. He played Sokka?
I don't remember shit, dude. I was all the time.
That's his name, right? the brother,
Sokka.
yeah. He played him, and I don't think I've seen him since that movie.
So good.
You gotta make the right choice.
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But at least the director started making his way back until he released Glass.
There's like so much. It's like when he has like high expectations. People have high expectations of him. He bombs it. Yeah. But when nobody like really cares,
he does
comes out with something good.
Dude, Split was amazing.
Lit, yeah.
Split was lit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that pretty much covers most of 2019. Cause like music wise, I can't really think of a whole lot that came out last year.
Yeah.
I love Joyner Lucas, how he's been dropping like song by song. The only thing is like by the time the album comes out, I'm not going to be interested because everything's already been out for 3 months.
Yeah, for me, as far as music, I mainly metal stuff. Like, new Slipknot album came out last year.
I know you were big on Knocked Loose.
Knocked Loose, that album was awesome. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I haven't really been listening to too much English music.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Rap Keb. So if you know what the hell that is, yeah, I've been listening to a lot. I like Clown Ensemble, Corias.
If you know what that is, you're probably the one person that's married to that's watching.
Yeah,
this.
you're probably the one person that's been to like the French-speaking part of Canada. Yeah.
All right. So to move on from that, then there's not a whole lot that's going on comic book movie wise next year, but
there are a few.
So most anticipated wise, first let's run down what is coming out next year. If you could look up just comic book movies coming in 2020.
Shit, I just had it too.
Let me run off the ones that I have in my head. Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman, 1984, which DC, and then I think Black Widow and the Eternals.
I was going to say, I think Eternals is next year.
There could be more, but...
Spawn, I think, was initially supposed to come out next year.
No,
and
but it's
then,
never coming out.
Yeah, that...
Birds of Prey.
I mean, I'm happy that Todd McFarlane is sticking to his guns.
Yeah.
But...
At the same time, he refuses to change the script. You kind of have to change the script.
Oh, the New Mutants.
Oh, is that officially coming out?
I think it just got a new trailer out recently, too. Oh. I still have to watch it.
Only 2 years later.
Yeah, but at least I think they've had the time to go fix it to where it actually fits into the Marvel Universe. Yeah. Where you're not watching another... Or not watching another Dark Phoenix.
Is it going to fit into the MCU, or is it still going to be a Fox thing?
I think they fixed it to where it would, and that's why they delayed it so long, because they put a lot of work into it, and I think they like the actors. And I'm excited to see, like, horror-based kind of...
Yeah.
Which is another reason I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Doctor Strange looks
into the multiverse of madness, right? Yeah. That's going to be cool.
That'll be dope.
Bloodshot's coming out March 13th.
Oh, yeah, Bloodshot with Vin Diesel.
Yep.
It's I think it's an variant comic, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably Image or
Vin Diesel.
It says that they have a new date, so I don't know if that means that.
For what?
Bloodshot.
So it might have switched, but...
They might have changed the date. But
So
anyway.
Birds of Prey is February 7th.
Yeah.
Bloodshot says March 13th, but it could have changed. The New Mutants is April 3rd. Black Widow's May 1st. Wonder Woman, June 5th. Morbius is actually coming out this year?
Morbius.
I don't think so. I think they'll delay that, probably.
I hope they delay that.
Yeah,
I'm not looking forward to it.
What they did was Venom. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, did you see that they have a Snake Eyes movie coming out?
Yeah.
For the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes?
Mm-hmm. Why?
I don't know.
The other G.I. Joe movies were ass.
I mean, I will say, though, the only good thing about those movies was Snake Eyes. So
yeah, I guess.
And then Black Adam, December 22nd. I didn't even think they started filming it yet.
I thought it comes out next year, 2021.
Yeah, see? 2021.
Oh, I jumped. So, Eternals. Sorry,
yeah,
November 6th.
2021 is Batman and Black Adam, I think.
Yeah, dude.
More.
Oh, Batman.
Bobby Dax.
Excited. So excited. I think, okay, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Yeah.
But, so most anticipated this year, I gotta be honest, I'm not looking forward to Birds of Prey.
Visually, honestly, I think it looks kind of cool, but, like, story-wise, I don't know. It's just, like, about her breaking up with the Joker and all this other shit, like...
I have a problem.
So this is a fucking dark eat, pray, love?
Yeah.
Is that all it is?
Maybe.
I have a problem with it just because if you're keeping Margot Robbie, which I love Margot Robbie, she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
And I think she did a decent job as Harley Quinn. The only thing holding her back is Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah.
And if you're keeping her as Harley Quinn, it means two things. You're keeping Jared Leto kind of as the Joker, even if you recast him.
Yeah.
And B, you're keeping those stupid tattoos.
Yeah. The tattoos were a bad idea to begin
for
with.
her and him. I honestly think the tattoos work better on the Joker than they did on Harley Quinn. I don't know why it bothers me so
I
much.
hated them all.
Yes. Especially the damaged across the forehead.
Yeah. Honestly, if that was like the only one he had, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I do think that it, in my opinion, it's still the dumbest, but if that's the only one you had to deal with, and I also hate, I love the story behind why his teeth were jacked up,
yeah,
but I hated the way it looked.
yeah.
So, like, there was a lot that movie could have done better, the Suicide Squad movie, to make it to where I actually enjoyed Jared Leto as the Joker, because I love Jared Leto as an actor, like, from Fight Club until Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Everything else he was in. I love Mr. Nobody. I still haven't seen that 27th Hour or whatever it is where he plays the dude who killed John Lennon, where he gained like 30 pounds or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Dallas Buyers Club with him was fantastic.
Really good in that, yeah.
So good. And then that's the only reason, like, everybody had a problem with Heath Ledger becoming the Joker because he's the pretty boy, he's this or that, and then but everyone was okay with Jared Leto because he's a character actor. Like, he knows how to
winner.
Yeah, like, he's a great actor. He knows how to twist a character into like what he needs it to be, and then he just dropped the ball. Like, and
he tried too hard.
Yeah, well, he didn't even do like he would do multiple every take. He would like remember that scene where he's interrogating the one dude in his restaurant.
Yeah,
and like he's like hissing or purring or something like that. Every take he would do like a different animal. Like, different animal voice. I'm like,
so if you're going to do something,
you got to be consistent. Like, and it doesn't fit the Joker's character, first of all, so it's just like... And one other thing I have to say, because I love Heath Ledger's Joker, and I always will, but one question I've always had is, would that version of the Joker have done as well if Heath Ledger didn't pass away?
Because like, as far as me getting like that Oscar, that posthumous Oscar,
not even so, like, maybe that, but like I think that created like a rose tinted glasses effect on the movie.
Like, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
To where people looked at it with more like reverence and more like, oh, like this is dope, compared to what they would have if
he was still alive. Yeah, since that was like his last role. So people look at it differently.
Because a lot of the times when people pass away, like. The last movie they made, like, I know he made, the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus after that, but, like, he was in, like, a quarter of that movie. Nobody talks about that one because he did do a fantastic job in Dark Knight, and, like, that cemented him. Yeah. But, like, going back and watching it, I still love it. I just don't think that it maybe earned the same praise that it's received over the years if it wasn't for that.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. That's possible.
I mean, like I said, though, I'll still always love it. It just taints it a little bit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so we went Birds of Prey and then Wonder Woman.
Yeah, 1984. I'm looking forward to that one.
I am excited for it, especially because they don't seem to have done a lot of course correcting. I know that there's a lot of talk about them maybe throwing in like a Flashpoint type of thing. Yeah. Which I'm okay with if you're wanting to do a Justice League with Robert Pattinson, which I would love.
I don't know, look, I kind of don't.
I do, as long as they come up with a roadmap. And that's the one thing that I heard that they might have hired J.J. Abrams to kind of be the architect of the DC Universe. Okay. Because they signed his Bad Robot for like $500 million for the next 10 years or something like that.
Well, hopefully he actually comes up with like a roadmap, because I don't think he did it for Star Wars. They kind of just... He let Ryan Johnson do his own thing.
I think that was mostly Kathleen Kennedy's fault. Yeah. They should have written all three movies, or at least set up a storyboard. Yeah, just storyboard it for the next three movies to where you have a consistent, to where you don't end up with The Last Jedi.
Like they do with the MCU.
I love The Last Jedi as a singular movie. But what it does to canon and what it does to every movie before it and after it, it just it definitely screwed with the timeline.
Yeah, and too much of the... You saw The Rise of Skywalker.
I feel like it... I'll let you go first.
So too much of that, I feel like he was just... J.J. Abrams trying to fix what Ryan Johnson had done.
There was way too much course correction. Yeah. They either needed to stick with what he did, even though I wasn't a big fan. Yeah. Like I said, I loved... Walking out of the movie theater, I liked it more... The Last Jedi... than I did like a week later when I started thinking about like everything, like Luke Skywalker doesn't feel the same as he did in the Return of the Jedi. Like, his character just feels completely changed. Yes, you have reasons and everything, but it feels like...
Wrong?
Yeah, it feels like you're lying to the character. Like, it just doesn't work. Whereas, I don't know, the Rise of Skywalker, it was really good, but, like, there was way too much course correction to where he literally, the Rose Tika character or whatever her name was.
She was almost completely written out of it.
She was in 2 scenes, and she was not important. Where, like, and one thing I heard, because even Kevin Smith on Fat Man Beyond was talking about how you could have, that line that Dominic Monaghan from Lost had, could have given that to her, and it would have made more sense. There were a couple of those where you could have given it to her, and it would have made more sense. That chick from Poe had, like, the romantic stuff. I can't even remember
with
her
the
name.
helmet.
Like Zori or whatever.
Something like that,
Could have pretty much rewritten that character and given Kelly Marie Tran some more stuff to work with. And
it's almost like J.J. Abrams didn't even like that character at all. He's all,
and honestly, I don't even think it was that. I think it was there was so much backlash because no one liked that character from Last of the Jedi to where he tried to over course correct, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, but overall though, I'd watch Rise of Skywalker any day over Last Jedi. I probably won't watch Last Jedi ever again, honestly.
I'm right there with you, unless I'm going through like
the whole thing
and just watching 1 through 9.
It's like I guess I kind of have to now.
Well, I will just to sit my sons down and make them sit there and watch it. Because I've already done good on raising Kenneth, because that kid goes home and he just wants to watch Clone Wars or Rebels or something like that. I'm like, yes.
Nice.
Like, Sam was walking through our house the other day and Kenneth was watching. He's like, you're raising him right. And then like, we were at McDonald's earlier and they had like these Star Wars little toys, and he's like, oh, I want those. So I was like, and they gave you the option to like buy them. And I was like, okay, I'll get them for him. His birthday's tomorrow. So
okay, nice.
I ended up with a 3-year-old. God.
Here it comes.
Ugh. But, and then what other movies were coming up? Marvel-wise, you have Black Widow.
Black Widow, Eternals, I think is the last one of the year.
But Black Widow, I'm excited for it. I don't see the reason for it anymore.
No, because like she died in Endgame, and it's kind of like lessens the blow in a way.
Well, and you heard
even though it's a prequel.
Oh yeah, and you heard that they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. for a small role in it, right?
Yeah,
two characters you just killed off.
Yeah, and like I said, it doesn't. The effect's not the same.
Yeah.
I guess.
What they should have done, and like I loved Endgame.
Yeah,
they should have released Black Widow this year.
Mm-hmm.
Endgame could have been next year. They could have had a little bit more time, drawn it out. Yes, they are like the biggest freaking movie of all time, but you let that draw for one more year, the anticipation just would kill people. Like, I think they would have made even more money.
Oh yeah,
I could be wrong. I don't make movies, so who knows? And then Eternals, I love the casting.
This is a good cast. There's a lot of people in
I
it.
wasn't sure how to feel about Kumail Nanjiani at first. I was like, in a Marvel movie? And then did you see his picture?
The picture where he's ripped as shit.
Oh my god.
Like, his like face doesn't fit that.
No. like it fits better now than it did. Like, you look at his face now compared to... I don't think his voice fits the body.
Oh no.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't compute.
Yeah.
Like, his comment on when he posted that was funny too. He's like, I don't usually thirst trap.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, that's cool. But like, Kit Harington is the Black Knight. I'm excited for that.
Salma Hayek.
I'm not gonna pretend to know all the characters they're playing. The Black Knight's the only one I got. You got Angelina Jolie.
Then you got that dude from, I don't know if you've seen the show Atlanta. That Donald Glover show.
I want to watch that.
There's a character. His name is Paperboy. I forget the actor's name, but he's in it too. He's been in like almost every movie last year.
Okay. I'll have to check that.
He plays Miles Morales' dad in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of actors from Into the Spider-Verse. Mm-hmm. One movie I'm so excited for. Don't know when it's going to be released. Probably next year. Or the year after. Blade.
Yo, yeah.
Dude. Mahershala Ali.
That's
Blade,
like perfect casting.
Beautiful. And especially because I think there's a lot of I heards, but there's potential for Wesley Snipes to do like a cameo role in it.
Yeah, I read the rumor that he's going to play Dracula.
Which would be so
tight.
dope.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I was excited for, because a lot of the times when people get replaced in like their iconic roles, like if Wolverine were to be recast as somebody, which would be hard to take no matter what.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
You have a lot of people who, like, I don't see Hugh Jackman being this way, but if he were to start bitching about it, they'd be like, okay, like, distance ourselves from him. Whereas, like, if they embrace it and they're like, cool, congratulations, a lot of the times they'll bring him on just for, like, cameo roles, and that's a good little paycheck for people, especially guys like Wesley Snipes who don't pay their taxes.
Yeah.
So, other than that, what was the last couple movies that are coming out in 2020? Or, 2020.
Sorry.
You're good, dude.
We got Morbius, Snake Eyes, and Eternals.
Okay, so we were talking about Jared Leto. I've honestly kind of soured on him since Suicide Squad, and I'm not looking forward to Morbius.
And Morbius, too, like, it's another movie in this Sony Spider-Verse or whatever, without Spider-Man. And, like, after what they did to Venom, I'm kind of not looking forward to Morbius.
Unless they're able to bring Spider-Man in, that movie's not going to do anything.
No.
And even then, they have to put Spider-Man in the marketing to draw anything. Because Morbius, the last thing anybody heard of Morbius was in the animated TV show, like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
So, no one's going to care. It is what it is. It's good. I see that one bombing.
Yeah, I don't think it's even coming out this year, to be honest.
And I think Venom did better than I thought it would.
Yeah, I did. Venom 2 is about to come out soon.
Which I will watch that one just for Woody Harrelson.
Yep. And Andy Serkis is directing it too.
Yes.
So
and
that's gonna be different.
I have a lot of faith in that guy.
And I heard it's going to be rated R this time. But we'll see.
I would be happy with that. But I also hope that they give him the reins to bring in Spider-Man. Because they were talking about... They were supposed to do it with the first one just because I want to see the white spider on Venom's chest.
Yes.
Because otherwise, like, if you take Venom for 2 movies in a row without giving that to him, it doesn't feel like Venom.
No.
And you have to have a reason for it. You can't just throw a white spider on Venom's chest.
Yeah.
Even if you were to show him watching a TV screen where Spider-Man's swinging across or something, like getting inspiration from that, where like people, it's supposed to be like a symbol to where people know that he's supposed to be friendly. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Compared to nothing.
Yeah. And I'm glad they didn't put it on his chest for the first one. It was like, nice.
For sure.
At least.
And Snake Eyes.
Just
run through this one really fast. I don't know a whole lot about it. I don't know if it's even the original actor.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably a different universe probably now.
Probably.
I'm assuming.
Because I don't think you have any chance of bringing back The Rock for that now that he's as big as he is. Then again, if they offer him enough money, maybe.
Yeah. When Channing Tatum, I don't think he'd come back to that.
Well, they even killed off his character. Yeah. Even though if you go back to the cartoons, the Duke character will come back like a million times.
Yeah.
So,
wasn't Bruce Willis in the second one too? The last.
I think he was in both of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a small role in both of them. Yeah. Well, honestly, I think he would take any paycheck too.
Yeah. So he wasn't Death Wish.
Yeah. He. The only good thing that he's really been in the last couple of years, arguably Glass, depending on your outlook on it, and then Split. But he was in there for
like 5 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Red movies. Those were good.
Never saw them.
Because they're, I could be wrong, but I think Red is a DC or Vertigo comic.
They're DC, yeah.
So, but yeah, no, other than that, it's kind of a slow year for comic book movies compared to the last, like, 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's just like nonstop.
Yeah.
Go.
You almost get, like, whiplash.
Yeah.
Next year, I think, will be, in 2021, I think next year will be the year because you got Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yep.
You got Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Got Batman.
The Batman.
I've been waiting for another solo Batman movie since The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. And I'm still sad that Ben Affleck didn't get to do it because he wrote it, he's gonna direct it.
He was the only redeemable thing about Justice League, even though they did damage to his character.
Yeah, they turned his character into a joke.
He was, in my opinion, probably the best Bruce Wayne we've seen.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not the best Batman, but he did a great job as
Bruce far Wayne. As like the action scenes, like that warehouse scene.
Oh, dude, that warehouse in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
Yes. That was fantastic. The only I wish they would have stood a little bit more true to the whole no killing rule. Yeah. But I understand
that line a little bit.
Yeah, I understand why they didn't. I just wish. I wish.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish I had control to do anything about it, but
I know. Like when I think about it, I'm like, why is it's not this hard? Like really, like I could have thought of a whole movie universe and it would have been excellent. But
yeah, but
too much control. Studios have too much control.
Yeah, and there's too much course correction. If you stick with a plan, like if they would have just kept. The only reason I wish they would release the Snyder cut, is because it's true to the original formula.
Would have been a darker tone.
Yeah, because you were already stuck with the dark tone for Man of Steel, which you start dark tone for Man of Steel, you're like, okay, at least we know where we're going.
Yeah,
you continue that.
I think that movie is a masterpiece, honestly.
I love Man of Steel.
Yeah, and then
everything about it made sense.
Yeah,
Batman vs Superman. I will say the 2.5-hour version. The 3-hour version, the uncut, like director's cut.
The ultimate cut, yeah.
I loved that version.
Oh, yeah. I'll watch that one all the time.
It answered so many questions. Like, you literally lose multiple characters in the 2.5-hour version.
And you miss Clark Kent going to Gotham to investigate Batman. Because in the normal cut, all of a sudden he knows Batman's Bruce Wayne. He's calling him Bruce. I'm like, how?
Yeah. Like, there's too much left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder, when left to his devices, although people might not agree with his choices, he can create a really good story.
Yeah.
Why people love 300.
And I'd say he's more style over substance overall.
Yes, absolutely.
I love the look of his movies, for sure.
You give him a good writer, a fantastic writer, and a great script that he doesn't want to tweak too much. Give the stylistic choices he makes, like Sucker Punch, 300... Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman.
Watchmen.
Visually, Watchmen. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. All those movies, fantastic to look at. But they all do lack a little bit in the storytelling.
Yeah, almost like if he was just like a DP or something like that.
That'd be fantastic. Awesome. Just put him in charge of hiring the right choreographers, the right stunt people, all that. Like, have him pretty much do all the choreography and all that, and the cinematography.
If he did that in a Star Wars movie, that'd be like
amazing. The way I feel about that is like the way I feel about Tarantino doing a Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
I don't even like Star Trek
anymore.
Yeah, I don't even like Star Trek really, but I would watch Tarantino Star Trek movie.
Yeah, a rated R Star Trek movie. That'd be like weird, but cool at the same time.
Yeah. It'd be insane.
Yeah.
But, alright, so there was 2 things that I wanted to talk about before we end this, because we're already at 52-ish minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, it went by fast. The Mandalorian.
Yeah, really good.
Really good show.
Really solid, yeah.
I don't think So, The Mandalorian and The Witcher are the 2 shows that I think had the most balls to do something different this year.
Okay.
Because when you think Star Wars, you think, oh yeah, it's kind of safe. Like, as long as they don't mess with continuity or stuff too much, they're good. I have never watched a TV show that you don't learn the main character's name until the season finale.
You're right, yeah.
I was like...
Kept that under wraps the whole time.
What? And like, the main thing that people freaked out about is Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda still doesn't have a name.
Right?
It's not Yoda, it's...
Whatever the
alien with no... they call him the child.
Yeah.
There's still no name, and that's the only thing that drives me nuts about... Like, it's fantastic because it keeps people interested.
Yeah.
But you're like... Come on, like, give me a little bit of something.
Right. And when they revealed that, too, in the first episode, I was like, I never would have thought of that.
Right? And especially, like, for that just to be, like, the capper to the end of the first episode, I was like, where the hell is this show going now?
Right.
Like, I thought it was just going to be, like, him taking bounties every episode.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what kind of story they were going to go with, and they went in a really good direction. And then, you haven't seen the last episode yet, have you?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm behind.
All right, so here's what we'll do. Next Sunday, we'll go over because I don't think I really gave a whole lot away. We'll go over the last 2 minutes of that episode.
Okay.
Because if you ever watch Rebels or like Clone Wars or stuff like that, you'll understand what all's going on there.
Okay.
So excited for season 2.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I'll watch it tonight for sure.
Yeah. And then The Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the first episode, I thought was fantastic because there is a fight scene in an alley. Super brutal, but probably one of the best choreographed fight scenes I've seen in the last 10 years.
Wow.
I will say the one redeeming quality that The Last Jedi had was that throne room fight.
Yeah, that was a good scene. That was nice. Yeah.
I think it was better than that though.
Wow.
It did justice to the video games plus some.
Okay.
It was fantastic.
Hey, you see, I never played the video games, so this would be my first.
I'm not gonna lie.
Intro to it.
I played a quarter to a halfway through The Witcher 3.
Okay.
And then life happens.
Yeah.
End up having 2 kids and lose track of time. I'm not able to because got work, diapers to change, kids to feed, stuff like that, and had to put it down. Started watching the show, got through the first episode, and I was like, I'm just gonna start from scratch and play again because I don't remember where I was at, and I don't want to jump in blind and forget buttons. So I was like, just restart. I've been hooked back on it.
Nice.
I finished The Witcher last night, and the reason I say that show has some balls. Have you ever watched a show that's told out of
sequence?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen movies like that.
Well, yeah, but movie makes sense.
Yeah.
An 8 episode TV show to do it for every episode and not sync up until the season finale. You're like, what the hell is going on?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I personally can't think of another movie like that. If anybody can think of another TV show that's done that, please leave it in the comments, and I'd love to watch and see if it's done as well as it was in The Witcher, because it was fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. My other friend Steven keeps telling me about it too, so I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the reason I watch it. So my other buddy Nate, he was like, dude, you have to watch it because it came out on not last Friday, but the Friday before. And he was done with it by Saturday night.
Oh wow.
He loves The Witcher. That is his thing.
Okay.
Since then, it's an 80-90 hour game. Since he finished it, it took him half a week and he beat the game again.
Wow.
It got him wrapped right back into it. It's a fantastic TV show.
Nice.
But I can't recommend that enough.
Okay.
It was fantastic.
I'll have to check it out for sure.
You guys have any last words? Anything you want to touch on?
Yeah, guys. So I've been putting in these posts and stuff, just make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment, share them with everyone you know. We're trying to build this up to, get as big as we can, basically. Reach as many people as we can.
Absolutely.
I think we have something special here, so.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then also, don't forget to like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
All the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just stay tuned. Next Friday, we'll put out our first news video. Yep. We'll go over the logistics of that and keep y'all updated. I'm Anthony Stevens.
Damian Leyva.
Nate O'Leary.
Thank you for watching.
See ya.
Adios.